Hello everyone, it is Friday evening. Tonight is the 21st of February 2025 and thank you so much for joining us. If you're watching the replay, that means there'll be no little live button up in the corner, and replays are fine as well. We love having you whether it's live or on the replay, but I only get to talk to people like actually live, so I can see the comments and the chat going on. And it is, as often it happens, it's going fast down my page and I just can't keep up. But I wanted to say a big hello to everyone. How's everyone's week been? How have you all been this week? I'm just going through to see if I've missed anything important. Actually, it's page 12, Sheila, not page 16, believe it or not. Page 12. In the annual catalogue, it's page 22, but in this catalogue, it's on page 12. So hello, Lorraine. Hi, Sheila. Hello, Nairi. Hi, Roz. Cherie. Is Cherie back? I saw she was here earlier. Hello, Tanya. And Cherie was telling everyone don't be late. So I'm assuming she's here because, of course, she wouldn't want to be late, would she? Hello, Janine. Hi, Barbara. We have lots and lots of friends with us here tonight. Hi, Lynn. And if I've missed your name, I'm so sorry. There's just no way I can get through all the names. I just picked out a couple as I was scrolling through. Joan is here. Hello. Have I missed anything important? Was there anything I missed back in those comments? Because there's too many. What's going on with your hands there, Nicole? What's happening? I know I can't flick back fast enough either, Tanya. So you just have to, I just have to say hello to everyone, and you'll just have to trust me that that I get to everyone eventually. I hope. Hello, Denise. How are you? I hope you had a good day at work today. Hello, Solvega. Nice to see you here. All right, let's get going. I'm not going to be. We're actually driving back up to Tamworth again in the morning early. It's been a hard week for Dad. So they had the palliative care people talking to him today. They came and did an assessment and told him they could have him in a bed by tonight. So I don't know. I'm still waiting to hear if what's actually happening, because there's some conflicting stories, and they did explain to him this morning that if he goes into palliative care, he won't be coming home again. So it's it's not very nice. So anyway, we're going up in the morning, and my son is coming over from Port Macquarie as well. So hey, I'm just looking to see. Oh, hello, Cherie. There you are. We're in the supermarket. Oh no, that was earlier, was it? Oh my goodness. Are you okay? You got hit with a meat trolley. I hope you're all right. What are you saying about palliative care? I missed what you said then, Nairi. Couldn't quite read that. Yeah, look, it would be a blessing in some ways, even though it's really sad, because they'll be able to help him with his pain management. But then tonight, because he had to go to emergency again today because he was having trouble breathing, and tonight they were talking about sending him home. So I actually don't know what's happening, whether he's going home or if he's going in palliative care, which is what I thought was happening. So we're waiting. Yeah, it's a big thing to accept for him, definitely, and for us too. And it's the same palliative care unit where my mum was when she passed. So it's a little bit emotional for me as well. So, yeah, so I don't really like the idea of going back there, but it is what it is, right? And it's a beautiful unit. And I tell you what, something I learned, I'm not as afraid of palliative care now as I was when my mum went in, because the ladies, and well, I shouldn't say, it was actually mostly ladies. I don't remember any guys in there, but I'm sure there could be male nurses as well. But they were amazing. And it was lovely to hear them talk about it. They love their job, and they're so honored to be able to spend someone's last days with them. You know, like to actually help care for someone in their final days is such an honor. It was a very interesting perspective, and I'd never thought about it like that before. Thank you, guys. Yeah, yes. Yeah, it's yucky. So I've been up and down all week, and we'll go up there tomorrow and spend a little bit of time with him. Yeah, so every day is a blessing now, right? Although for Dad, we just want him to not have any pain because he's suffering. So, yeah. They are truly special nurses. I know, very dedicated. And I'd never really understood that. I used to think, how could anyone look after someone in their final days? And actually, you know, how could you enjoy that job? They do. They see it as a privilege. So, yeah, I was really impressed at how they looked after my mum and what they did for her while we were in there. She never regained consciousness after she was in there, but they looked after her so well. So, yeah. I know it's just hard. Right, Chris? It's just hard. I don't like it. I don't want to do it, and we don't have a choice. It's inevitable, and I just, yeah, I'm struggling. So I'm going to try and keep it a little bit short tonight because we've got an early start in the morning. So, you know, it may, well, let's see how we go. If I spend all night talking about it, it won't be a short video, but you guys know what I'm like. I say it's going to be short and then it isn't. So, yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah, I think a few of us have got some memories of them looking after loved ones and how amazing they are. Yes, and that was Anne has actually said the words this week, Cherie, that she doesn't know if she can manage anymore. So, and that's no slight on her. She's done an amazing job. She's been incredible, and she's 86 this year, so she's not young either. But you know, she has done so much for Dad. And you know, like last night, they were up. I think she said between like midnight or 2 o'clock and daylight this morning. She's up 7 times with him. You know, that's no good for anyone. So yeah, thank you so much. Thank you guys. Hello. All right. Kerry's hello, Kerry. How are you? Nice to see you're here with us tonight. All right, so I'm going to switch over to the desk and I'm going to turn on the lamp so that we have better lighting, and I'm going to straighten this up because there's nothing I hate more than a crooked view. That's yucky. I don't like crooked if I can help it, right? Unless it's meant to look crooked, and crooked is okay when it's obviously meant to look like that, but when it's an accident, I don't like it. Like crooked pictures on the wall, no, don't like them. Anyone else like that? So I struggle sometimes with crooked cards, you know, cards that are a little bit skew with. I can tolerate them if I have, like, if it's obvious it's meant to look like that. But if it looks like it might be a mistake, I don't like it. Thank you, Cherie. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Yeah, my son was planning on driving over tonight. He's only just got his P's, and it's, for anyone who knows, the road between Port Macquarie and Tamworth is not a good road to drive unless you're quite experienced. And I was a bit worried about that, but his dad is actually driving him over, so that's really, and stepmom and little brother, they're all going over together and staying somewhere tonight. So that's actually really great. You're a picture straightener. Me too, Leslie. I bought the wonky dies yet? No, Tanya, because originally I just couldn't do the wonky dies, but I'm actually considering it now. Yep. No, it's not a good road, Nairi. All right, let's turn to page 12. Remember page 12, Sheila. And this is what we're looking at. We're looking at these. Now, last week we did this one. And then the week before, I think we did this one. I kind of skipped over this one, and I thought I might come back and revisit it tonight because I thought this might lend itself. It obviously is meant to be a tag, but I thought we might use this to make a card. Can you see it? This one right here. That one with the 2 little circles on an arch. And you know what? It's all your fault, you girls, because guess who went and bought the arch dies after you told me I had to? And I wasn't going to, you never say never, right? But I had thought that maybe I didn't need these. And then you guys kept saying that they were great. Who's the guilty parties? Who was it that was telling me these were great, right? Thank you, Elena. I really appreciate that. Yes. Yes, almost need a Valium. Not quite. But I don't mind it if it is obvious that it's meant to look like it. Then I decide it's okay. And like I did a scrapbooking page recently that the pictures were off-centered and you know, does everyone know what I'm talking about? Let me just grab the page because I think it's just here. Let me see if it is. I'm just going to see if it's here because I will show you what I mean. I did it in my last... no, it's not there. It's not what I thought it was. So I did it in my last scrapbook spotlight video, and some of you would remember me doing that one. And then I also did it for a class. So I'm just looking to see if it's... I've got so much paper. I need to go through all my paper. I've got stuff everywhere. And so this is the scrapbooking kit that I was talking about. This one here, okay? But I'm just looking to see if what I did with the page. Let me see. We're all going to have to take sips, you guys, because I don't know that I can find it. And if I don't find it, does that mean we keep sipping? Is that what we do? Well, it doesn't seem to be where I had thought it was. So I guess I'll just leave that and I'll have to put up a picture of it or something like that. But some of you may remember, unless it's in here. Maybe it's in with my scrapbooking stuff. In with the kit. No, it doesn't seem to be. Never mind. Never mind. We're not going to worry about that now. You've ordered the arches too, Lynn. And Tanya said her arches are on their way. Oh, my goodness. There's a few of us who got them. And you got them, Denise. You need to play more with them. Well, this is my first time. I have not played with them yet. Well, I did use them to cut out just to speed things up a little bit. I decided I would cut up a couple of shapes before we started. So that's actually the third biggest one and the fourth biggest one, those two. And I'm not sure which one I'm going to use yet, but I thought that'll at least get me a little bit of a start. And you can see they've got that nice stitched edge. Can you see that? Very nice. You're drinking tea, Leslie. Good for you. With Valium, said Cherie. Oh, that's funny. Ros said she got a big order and you got the arches. Yay. Oh, thanks, Margaret. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. All right. So I thought that I would do this for this. And I thought, well, let's put it on a card and it'll look like a tag, but it's going to be a card design. So my question is to you. I mean, it can be any of our DSPs, but I'm interested to know, let's look at a couple. Which DSP should I use? Should I use the Wildflower Birthday or should I use the Floral Delight, the yellows, or should I use the beautiful butterfly, the beautiful bokeh, which is, which ones? These ones, these colors. Which one would you like me to use? I think we could probably, I was just thinking maybe the butterflies would be good, although we did do something with butterflies last weekend. But that's okay. It doesn't mean you can't do something with them again, right? Yeah, no fallen, we don't want fallen angels. No, we don't want those. The floral, says Chris. And bokeh, says Cherie. Floral, bokeh. Oh, we're getting both. They're the two we're getting. We're getting the yellow, the floral, the bokeh. Or I don't know which ones. That's a tough decision. Well, we know it's not going to be the Wildflower Birthday because no one's voted for that one. You have the arches, Susie. Well, that's cool. I'd love to see what you've done with them. That's great. I thought I'd have fun. Now, it does have a matching stamp set, and it's this one. And this matches up with the arch shapes, as you can see. So you can have a greeting that goes around an arch, which is kind of cool. I rather like that, don't you? It's very cool. Oh, I just realised I'm not seeing all the comments because I need to hit the button so it shows me more comments down below. You just got the arches, Kerry. Good. Excellent. Yeah, well, sometimes if you don't think you're going to use the stamps, then use them both, the floral. Well, you could because we have this beautiful yellow floral, which probably would go with some of the stuff from the floral paper. Oh, and we've also got, here's another thing we've got that I didn't think of. We've got this celebration paper. So this is the Floral Delight paper. But we have the celebration paper too, so we could also use that. And that's got to be used up by the end of next week because it's going to be going. Celebration is finishing. Does everyone realize we have a week left and it's all over Red Rover? Yeah, they're really good for scrapbooking. I know, that's what I thought too. But I really like, at the moment, I'm having a love affair going with peach pie. And I'm also having, I really love the Coastal Cabana that's in here as well. I think these two are really, really nice. And they're, like, some of them have got a little bit too, like this one for me has got too much colour going on. That's just too colourful. But I like the back. I've used the Shy Shamrock on the back quite a lot. So, oh, okay, now we've all changed our mind and we're talking about doing the celebration paper. Okay, let's do it. And will I go pretty? I'm going to ask you again. Here we go. I'm making sure. Which paper? All right, I'm giving you 3 choices. We've got the pink, that's number 1. We've got the Shy Shamrock, number 2, or we've got peach pie, number 3. Which color would you like me to use? Christine said yellow. So 1, 2, or 3? Which one? So we've got different people. New product alert. Available for pre-order. Oh, yes, there is another stamp set that matches these arches. And I don't have that stamp set yet, but you are right. There's a new stamp set coming out on the 4th of March for customers, but it's available for demonstrators right now. All right, what are people saying? All people are saying, oh, there's a lot of people going for the pink. I'm surprised. I thought people would choose maybe the peach more. And some people are saying the Coastal Cabana. Oh, that's helpful, Cherie. 1, 2, or 3. Thank you. Maybe I should just close my eyes and go eeny, meeny, miny, mo and see which one my hand lands on. All right, well, it seems like a lot of people like the idea of the pink, so I'm going to go with that. It's actually a bit hard to tell, but I'm going to use this one. And that one on the back, it's got a little bit of peach pie in with the pink. Okay, that's pretty as well. And this side is just pink. But I think I like that. So let's go. And what is the pink in this paper? Does anyone know? I probably should have looked that up before I started. Let me see. All right, so this is the paper pack. The packaging always has the colours on the back. Azure Afternoon, Blackberry Bliss, Blueberry Bushel, Coastal Cabana, Daffodil Delight, Flirty Flamingo, Melon Mambo, which is the hot pink, Peach Pie, Petunia Pop, which is the pinky purple, and Pumpkin Pie and Shy Shamrock. So I think to go with this, we'll either be using Melon Mambo. Flirty Flamingo is... Actually, there's Flirty Flamingo in here. That's what that is. So I was thinking it was peach pie, but it's not. It's Flirty Flamingo in with the Melon Mambo. You need to play? Yes. Yeah, the reverse side is lovely. I know, right? So, yeah, we could probably, with this one, I think we could probably throw in the Petunia would work, although it's a little bit more purpley. The Melon Mambo would definitely work, right? For sure. Definitely. That looks good. And the other one, Blackberry Bliss, would actually look kind of good because if you look around the corners here, see these corners? There's some Blackberry Bliss around the corners. So there's some options for this. What do you think? Do we like them? All right. So I'm going to start with a piece of basic white. I have no idea what I'm doing apart from the fact that I'm following this sketch, and we'll see where it takes us. All right. So I'm going to use my bone folder and fold that nice and flat. And I'm thinking, do I want to put a piece of, I probably do. Thinking how big I want this to be. Now, interestingly, I think I'll go with the smaller one because it seems to make more sense. And I'm thinking I'm going to make this 9.5. So I'm cutting it down a little bit smaller than usual. 9.5 by 13.8, which is, actually, I'm wondering, I may even cut it down more. Let me see how big this ends up being. So if this piece goes on here like this, so there's a little bit more of a border around that, and then this piece would be on here. That's probably about right size-wise, I think. Maybe. What do you think? Do we like that idea? And then we're going to have 2 circles. Remember, these are the circles that are going to go on here. Now, also, let me grab the stamp set, which literally I put somewhere 5 seconds ago. Let me see where I put it. Did I put it? Oh, here it is. Underneath paper and so forth. All right, so we can use the hello. This is a nice hello, isn't it? I like that we've got embrace the journey and then we've got aeroplanes. I like that too. Know you are loved. That would actually fit nicely inside our arch here. So that would be nice. Or you are simply fantastic would go up here and around. So that actually would work quite nicely. Then there's a so very much that goes with your thanks. Reach for the stars is a smaller one. We've got some birdies and we've got a little balloon. And I just think it's a really nice set. Don't you think it's a nice set? It's useful, that's for sure. You like that stamp set? Yeah, it's a good one. All right, I'm going to pop that straight on. I'm not even going to actually. All right, do we want the floaty flamingo at the back? Or do we want the darker pink? I don't know. I think I'll stick with the darker pink. That's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to use, you can use seal or Tombow or whatever you want to use. I'm just picking up the first one I found when I opened the adhesive drawer. And I'm just going to pop that right here so it's exactly the right size on here. And then this one is going to end up on here. So I'm going to grab, which one am I going to do? The thing is, we want the circles. Remember the circles that are in our, hang on, let me grab my thingy again. We want the circles, and I'm thinking, what color would we have the circles be? So it's page 12 again, remember? So I've got these two circles, a bigger one and then a smaller one. And one, you know, we don't have to have in fact, maybe the hello would be nice. That might be really nice, mightn't it? And what color would we use on here? Okay, I'm having a thought. Now, I'm looking here and thinking I have my smallest punch is the 1 3/4, but I feel like that is too big to be the smaller circle. I can try it, but yeah, I'm not sure about. I feel like that might be too small. Was there pretty in pink in this or no? Or would pretty in pink look okay with this, or do we need to stick with the Melon Mambo? Let's have a look and see. All right. So I'm wondering if this is going to be the right pink. It probably would go okay. But I'm actually thinking about maybe going with a darker pink and going Melon Mambo. So this is Melon Mambo. Let's see whether this is that too. Maybe I do want the smaller one. That could be the smaller one. I can have a bigger one and it can maybe go just outside, because even though they've got theirs, I like the idea of mine going slightly over the edge, and I'm thinking that might work really well. But I'm thinking on here, what I want to do is I'm going to emboss it. What do you guys think? Embossing is something that I like to do when I'm working on a darker color, and we're going to emboss in white. This is the Wow White, which I really love. So when you say, what is Wow White? Stampin' Up sell these. They're called Wow embossing powders, and they give you a really good crisp result. I really like them. So, well, actually, I want to put that here first. So I've used my embossing buddy. I'm now going to use my Versamark. Oh, and I better open up my stamp set for the very first time. And so is that going to be okay? It is okay for size, but I'm wondering if I might be better off doing a slightly darker, because it only just fits. It does fit. I'm deciding whether the hello should go on this size circle or whether it should go on a larger size circle. You've just bought the wow powders. You'll really like them, Sheila. They're great. I know. Hold on to my hat. I'm having a thought. I know. Don't miss it because it might not happen again. So I'm deciding, do I want it on here or do I want it on a bigger piece? I'm just going to go ahead and do it, and then we'll decide. Then we can make that decision. All right. So I've got my hello on there with first mug, which means you can hardly see it, but you can if you look close, you can see it. All right. And then I'm going to get my wow powder, pop it in my tray. This is the Embossing Editions kit. I love this kit. It's so useful. And then what we're going to do is we're going to pick that up and we're going to tap it off. Look how nice that is. Isn't that nice? And then I'm just going to get rid of any excess powder. And I am going to pop that in there. All right. So now that that's all out of there, I'll pop the lid back on. I'm going to emboss it with my heat tool. So you're going to see a funny light change because when I turn my heat tool on, my lamp comes on as well. Because those two are on the same power point. There we go. All right, I'm just going to hold it. You can use your tweezers or, you know, the end of a brush like I'm using, anything just to hold it still. And then we're going to heat it up. Oh, thanks, Cherie. Have you not done embossing before, Sheila? It does work on the smaller one, I agree. So that means I could use a punch rather than having to use a die and do a bigger one. But I kind of like it on this size. And isn't it a nice big hello? The hello is lovely, big and clear. It's really nice. I'm just going to change hands for a second. Pop that there. That's better. All right. Kind of like that. That looks good, doesn't it? Okay, let's move that out of the way. All right, so this is the smaller one, and it's going to go over here on the side like this. And then I thought I'd have a larger one, so I think I'll go up to the 2-inch punch because this is the next size up from the 1 3/4 inch punch. This is the 2. They're 1/4 of an inch different in diameter. So yeah, this is a good size. Now the thing is, what do I want to do for this? I'm wondering about doing something specialty maybe. So we could do pretty in pink glitter paper. What do we think about that? Actually, that's Petunia Pop. Petunia Pop's quite dark. I'll just grab the pretty in pink because I feel like that might be better. All right, so this is the pretty in pink. Oh yeah, I think I like the pretty in pink better. Not so much purple. We want the pink. And I'm going to punch that out with my punch. And it's going to go, that's going to go like that. So can you see how we're following, kind of roughly following? The thing is, with a sketch, you don't have to be precise. You just have to be, it just has to be inspiring, okay? It just inspires you. All right, so there's that. Now, I'm actually going to put, am I going to do both of them on dimensionals or just one? Maybe I'll put this one flat and then this one on dimensionals. So let's grab some seal. And it's just going to go over the edge just a tiny bit. I'm not going to worry about putting a ribbon in it. I don't need to feel like I need to do that. And I'm going to have a couple of dimensionals behind. So this is my first go with these arches. I just wanted to have a play with them, and I thought, well, there's a sketch there with an arch, so that's kind of perfect. How about we do that? Don't you think? All right, like so. Actually, I might move it a tiny, tiny bit. There we go. Just up a little bit. All right, that's kind of cool. All right, so it's looking like this now. And then I think just to, I think what would be nice is to use some Melamembo ink and maybe stamp in a couple of birdies, maybe? What do you think? Birdies? I think so. So where are the birds? Oh, there. The two birds are actually one stamp, I see. So I'm going to pop them with Melamembo ink. And like so. Would look nice with the arch embossed. It would, wouldn't it? Yeah, that'd be really pretty. Maybe another time I'll do that. All right, I'm going to pop the arch on. And you know what? A ribbon or some twine or something through a little hole would look good. Okay. And, oh, did everyone notice that we have, you may have seen this in my unboxing video, that we have some new punches coming that will do holes. Did you notice that? All right, so I'm going to pop that right there like that. I feel like it still needs something. It's a little bit plain. And I think what it needs, well, I'm either going to upset somebody by doing this. We could do like a very thin silver strip across the bottom here, or a black. Now, don't be alarmed. I know there's a couple of people that don't like black especially, but it can be quite dramatic and add quite a bit to a project without a lot of hassle. So that's a possibility. Let me just quickly grab my black scraps. And if anyone is very upset by the way the black looks, then we can do silver. What do you think about that idea? It's nearly the right size across too. Oh, Blackberry Bliss. That's a great idea. That would have also looked good. Let's try both. Okay, I'm going to do just a thin strip. So it's about 1/8 of an inch or 0.3 of a centimetre. So just like, or you could even do 2. And I could cut it off so it's exactly the right size. But see how that immediately adds just a little bit more drama? Looks good, doesn't it? Haven't glued it down yet, but it does look good. And of course we'll need to add some bling, so that will help as well. But yeah, I just feel like it needs something. I also like the Blackberry Bliss idea. So let's see if we can grab a piece of that. So nice fine strip. Or we could even add 2 strips. That would be another nice idea as well. So for example, let's have a look. So I would need to cut these shorter, obviously, but so that's the Blackberry Bliss. That actually is nice too. It actually is good because it's not a lot different to the black. I mean, they're not the same, but in this light, you can see it when I hold them up closer, but in this light, so if I put that on there and then do a second strip, we'd have 2 strips like that. What do we think about that idea? Oh, I know what it is that it needs, and I've just realized what I was going to do, and I totally forgot about it because I just saw it on my desk. We could add a butterfly in the center here. What do we think about that? I like that idea. And then it's almost, these might be too much. So we like the Blackberry Bliss? Is that what people, no, you really can't tell on the screen. You're right, Julian. All right, so I'm going to put the butterfly on because I was always intending to do that. I just forgot. And the thing is, not very much sticks to glitter paper. There's only two things that stick to glitter paper. One is dimensionals and the other is glue dots. You like the butterfly? Yeah, I do too. One, not two. I agree. I agree. Two would be too much now, especially with the butterfly. All right, so there's how the butterfly looks. That's coming together nicely now, isn't it? Okay, and then we're going to do one with the Blackberry Bliss strip, right? That's what we're doing. Now, let me just quickly measure this arch. I should have checked that before I started. It is just over 7.5 centimeters. So I'm going to cut this off to that width. Let's go 7.5 and see if that's, yeah, that's, oh, yeah, that's almost exactly right. 7.5 centimeters is how far it is. So I'm going to, when you've got a little strip like this is my tip. Some of you may have seen me do this before. Use a mat, silicone mat. We sell these. These are fantastic. They're floppy. You can do all kinds of things with them. Like this, what I'm just about to show you, this really good tip. But they also, we've also used it with our dies through the cut and emboss machine to get them to emboss. Has anyone seen that trick? Haven't done that for a while. I should do that for a Technique Tuesday sometime. I don't know if I've done it since I've been doing Technique Tuesday. I need to check. All right, so when you roll your seal onto this, it does not stick to the silicone at all. Okay, so your only bit of glue goes onto the paper. That's what's so great about it. Butterfly and nose strip. Nose strip, says Leslie. Some people are saying yes, one strip. I don't know if we need it or not, but I'm going to put it on and then we'll see. Definitely not 2 strips. Do we think it's too much? Is it too much with the strip? I'm going to add some bling while we're deciding. And I'm thinking we could do iridescent pearls. Those would be good. What do we think? Iridescent pearls would be good. We could add some pink party dots, although I think they're too pink. They're pretty in pink and they're too pink. Oh, we've also got these guys. Let's use these because these are celebration ones. And we've got, I don't think I want to use the dark ones. I think maybe the bubble bath ones, the light pink. Or we could do the freesia. No, light pink. You still like the strip? Yes to the strip. Some people like it and some people prefer without. Isn't that interesting? We're all different, aren't we? All right, I'm going to put that in the middle of that circle right there. That's one of these bubble bath sequins. These are still available as a celebration item. I love them. I think they're fantastic, and I have been using them a lot. A lot. All right, there we go. And I'm going to call that a finished card. So we used the sketch here, this one, that it was a tag, but we made a card with it because there's no reason why you can't. There are no rules when it comes to exactly. It is my card. You are absolutely right, Leslie, but I still like to listen to what you guys have to say. Oh, that's funny. Well, this is actually, Kay, this is actually a Blackberry Bliss strip, not a black strip. It probably looks black, but this was the black that I originally did, but I don't know if you can see the difference. It is different. You've got to get kind of close to it to see it. Oh, there you go. In that light, it's better. Well, you can tell one is more purple, one is more black. So I took the black off and went with the Blackberry Bliss instead. All right. You can't type tonight, Lorraine. That's okay. We all have moments like that, right? All right, so we have one card, and let's do another one. And I thought about possibly cheating tonight and doing a card that I have already done before. Denise, shall I do the card that I gave you? Should I do that one? Or should we do something? Should I do something completely different? Maybe I should I'll change up the colors and we'll do it a bit different. But I'll do similar to that card because I know I haven't done it on a video. I just created it and posted it, and some of you would have seen it. I haven't got the card anymore because I gave it away. So, so yeah. All right, so I need to put what are they called? Birds. That's them. Birds. They need to go back into the stamp set. But at least now I can say I've used the arch set. So I'm pretty happy about that. All right, let's see how we're going here. Oh, and the hello is also still on a block somewhere. Here it is. Thanks, Leslie. I'm glad you like it. It is a pretty card, I know. And I thought, well, maybe I'll do something like that tonight, but maybe I'll use different colors. So different colors, and maybe we'll see. Maybe it'll be the same, maybe it won't. All right, so that card, I did on just some basic white cardstock. So I've got a piece here. Let me see how big this piece is. It is 10 centimeters by 14.3, so perfect card front size. Oh, there's a ginger cat hair here. I wonder where that came from. All right, so I'm going to use the heart-shaped dies because these are only around for another week. Okay, so this set is a celebration set, and it is one of our level 2 sets. So if you're placing an order this week and it's $200 or more, you can get this. For every $100 you order, you get something for free, but there's 2 items. This one and also the Corner in Bloom, this one here. These 2 stamp sets, plus there's dies that match this set. These 2 are free with a $200 order. So they're what we call a level 2 item. Okay, so really, really cool. For anyone who's been thinking about maybe joining as a demonstrator, this is also your last week to get the celebration deal, which is a really good deal. Okay, I'm very excited about that one. We've had that going now for the last, well, nearly 2 months, because since the first week of January. I'm just going to get the heart-shaped dies out of my die box. And it's only a small die set, so there's just 6 dies in here, but they're really nice. Okay, now I don't actually have to cut the heart tonight because I cut a bunch of hearts for a class and I've already cut one. So you can see how pretty these are. They're very delicate, okay, but really, really pretty. Okay, and I'm going to use that on this card. And so this is the die that I just showed you the die cut from. Okay, so I've already cut it, but that's it. And then we also have a little banner, which is very, very helpful, and we will use that one at some point. And I am missing another, oh, there it is. Here we go. A small heart. Sorry, small. What am I saying? I'm getting my words all mixed up tonight. You have to excuse me, guys. So I did this one originally embossed with white and pink, but I thought tonight we might do different colors. And I was thinking we could do Pool Party in white, or maybe we'll up it and maybe add some darker color. But I love Pool Party in white. I think those look really good together. So no, not Merlot. Exactly right, Tanya. Definitely not. I know who the culprit was, and he's been really funny with me in the last 24 hours or so. And I think, I don't know, but does anyone else think that maybe cats know when you're sad? Do you think they know? Because he's been very, very affectionate in the last 24 hours, which is really interesting. Oh, Summer Splash. Yeah, we could do that. Summer Splash would be nice, and that's in that same kind of color grouping. So I'm still going to use Pool Party, but I would want to use a darker color. So let's use Pool Party and Summer Splash. Great idea. You guys are awesome. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to stamp first, and I'm going to show you why. Because the stamp, if I stamp first, this is going to help me know exactly where my heart is going to go. Okay. And we're also going to use the Elements of Text stamp set, which is one of my absolute favorite stamp sets at the moment. Absolutely love this set. Who has it? And if you don't, can I please suggest you add it to your next order? Oh my goodness, this is beautiful. You think so, Tanya? He's been unusually affectionate. And when I was on the phone to Anne last night and getting the news and how severe and how bad it was, and I was listening to her and I was talking back to her, and he came up and sat and curled up on my right up against me on the side of my leg kind of thing. And he doesn't normally do that. That's very unusual. And that's Paul said, I think he I think he knows. I think he knows you're sad and he's come to comfort you. So isn't that cool? Yeah, it's beautiful. All right. You haven't used it yet, Tanya. Please get it out and use it. Yeah, definitely think he has been trying to comfort me. So that's really lovely. So you haven't used it yet, but you're happy you bought it. Well, that's good, but you'll be even happier when you use it, right? So I'm going to be using this one tonight, and I used this particular, the round one, okay, this one, because I kind of thought, well, it's a bit bigger than the heart, so it's going to look really good, okay, and I'm actually going to stamp this in the color that we're wanting to work with, and I'm deciding, do I go with the Summer Splash, because I think that's a little bit darker. So let's try this with the Summer Splash, and I'm going to stamp first, and it probably doesn't make a lot of sense, but hopefully it will when I do it, why I'm stamping it first like this. All right, so I'm going to use D block. D block is the right size. Actually, do I need D block or E block? No, it just fits on D block. Only just. Okay, but if it was any bigger, we'd have to go up to E, but we can use D. All right, so I'm going to go with Summer Splash, as you girls have requested, and I'm going to come down. So I'm in the top half of this. Now, this is a really pretty stamp. Look how beautiful. Isn't that gorgeous? It is just a stunning stamp. Beautiful. So if anyone does have any orders go through in the next week, and it's over 200, this is a free set, okay? So you can get it for free. It's a gift with purchase of that size. All right. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use my embossing buddy like I did before, because I'm going to be embossing on this. And you're probably thinking, well, why did you stamp first if you're going? Well, because there's a reason. I needed to know where this heart will go, because when I do my blending, because I'm going to be using a blending brush, then I'm going to need to know where that heart goes. And it's just kind of providing a background. I'm trying to find, where have I done with my E block? It might still be. Here we go. I've got 2 E blocks, and this just fits on the E block. Once again, it's just about the same width. Okay, now this is an important thing you need to know about this stamp set. It's really difficult to read what it says. You're not really meant to be able to read it, but there are a few distinct words, and you will be able to tell if you stamp it upside down. Okay, thanks, Cherie. I know this is a fantastic set. So you do need to make sure that the letters are going the right way, because even though it's hard to read, if you turn it up the other way, it just looks wrong. Okay, so you know that, for example, particularly the T's, if you see a T, it's got to have the cross going in the towards the top. You don't want it going down underneath the text. So, you know, the last little bit here, I can see I think it says understand, and then we can't really make out that last word, but yeah, who knows what it says. So I've actually used my embossing buddy. I'm now going to grab my Versamark, and I'm going to ink up my stamp. And because it's a big stamp, I find it easier to take the ink pad to the stamp rather than the stamp to the ink pad. Smaller stamps you can do into the ink pad just fine, but I find a big stamp, it's easier to do it the other way. All right, so I'm now going to stand up so I get above this, and just going to put that right there over my heart. All right. Now, can you see? I've gone a little bit higher than maybe I should have, but that's okay. It's not that big a deal. All right, so I'm going to bring in now you can use either white or clear for this, okay? It doesn't have to be white. I've got white out already, so I'm just going to go ahead and use that. But clear would work just as well because we've got a white background. All right, so I'm going to dump my embossing powder on. Hands up if you've never done embossing. This is embossing is a really fun technique. It's a great technique when it's one of the ones a lot of us get hooked on in the early days, because we go, oh my goodness, that is like magic. It's so much fun. And then we just want to emboss everything. So you need a little bit of equipment for it. You need the powder, which comes in several different colors. We sell them in packs. We've got a metallic set of silver, copper, and gold, and then we've also got the basic set of black, white, and clear. I use white, and clear more than any other color. They're my go-tos. So they're the ones I suggest. I'm just looking to see. Oh no, you need to see which way the stamp goes, Leslie, right? All right. So this is looking rather cool. Now I'm going to use my, and I can do it in the tray, but because I have a glass mat, I can also just do it on my glass mat as well, and it won't damage the glass mat. So I'm just going to hold it still, and I'm going to heat this up. And you just heat it or cook it until you see the embossing start to change. And what happens with white is it goes whiter and shiny, and the clear also goes shiny. Nearly there. You can see if any of it looks still grey, that means it's not cooked yet, so you would need to come back and do that, because if you don't, the powder will just brush off. So it's got to be cooked, and then you're right to go. So just check it and make sure that it's completely cooked. I don't know if you can see. Can you see the text on top of that now? And you're probably thinking, well, yeah, I can, but it's not very exciting, Linda, really. What's so exciting about this? Well, we're going to use a blending brush over it, and that's when you're going to see it start to look amazing. So let me grab a blending brush. Now I'm going to be using Pool Party initially, and then I'm going to use Summer Splash. So Pool Party is the lightest. You can see it's quite a bit lighter than this one. Okay. Pool Party is a color I use a lot for all different kinds of things. It makes a great sky. I love it with all kinds of different colors. I just think it's a beautiful go-to color. And I think it's Megan that doesn't like Pool Party, and I know we're all different. So I'm going to go straight into the middle of my heart here, and I'm going to keep my color going until so it goes outside my heart. I'm going to do that one more time. Now you could just say that's enough, and we could just do it like that, and it does look rather good. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? How nice that is now. It's starting to come up really, really pretty, right? Oh, don't say teeth, Leslie. I've got to get mine done, and I was supposed to have x-rays and go see the gum doctor this month, and I haven't done it yet. I've just had so much on my plate this month. All right, so now I'm going up to Summer Splash, which is the darker color, and I'm not going to add as much this time. I'm going to add this more around the outside. Around the outside, around the outside. For anyone who knows that song. Yeah, it's very pretty, isn't it? So it's just such a nice. Right, so I'm just doing this. So it's sort of lighter in the middle, but darker around the edges. Right, liking that. Okay, looks good. Okay, very pretty. Now, before we do anything else, the next thing you want to do is you want to get yourself a piece of paper towel, right? And you're going to rub over this, because what happens is some of the green or the Summer Splash that we've added, or even the Pool Party, will be sitting still on top of the white embossing, and we just want to polish the white embossing so it stays nice and white, nice and dramatic against that Pool Party background. So you're wiping any leftover ink off the lettering. You always do that when you do emboss resist. You always say, and see, it's not a lot. It's just a little. Oh, you probably can't even see that. But you can kind of, I can see it. Just doesn't show up underneath the. All right, so I'm liking that. Pretty happy with that. And that's now where I'm going to bring this in, and it's going to go over the top of the heart. And you're thinking, well, why did you bother putting a heart there? But the heart was just really a reference. So I knew how far to use my blending brush. I knew how far to go. And I'm now going to put this heart over the top. So I'm going to grab my silicone mat again, like the one I had before. And I'm going to use, you could use glue dots on here. That would be fine. But the quickest, easiest way is to just do a little bit of seal here and there. And remember, it doesn't stick to the silicone, so this is actually a really great way of adding a bit of glue to an intricate shape, like a die. Now, if you have any bits, let me see if you can see this. Maybe you can, maybe you can't. So I've got a little bit of glue. I don't know if you can see it. Can you see it there? A little bit of glue sticking out there. I'm just going to put my finger on it and remove it. Another little bit there. Remove that bit. And there's a little bit here. All right. Happy with that. All we need to do is hold this in place. It doesn't need to be very well stuck down. So now we have the white leafy heart over the top. Okay, you can still see a little bit of the, can you still see a little bit of the leafy heart stamp underneath? But it's not the star of the show. The star of the show is the white leafy heart. Okay, so, and it does add dimension to the white cut. Exactly right. You are absolutely right. We've got Love and Pieces. Nice to have you with us. Do we know each other? I don't remember seeing your name there before. Actually, it's Trailer Park Girls, Jennifer. Yeah, 2 Trailer Park Girls. Round the outside, round the outside. It's an Eminem song for anyone who's wondering what the heck I'm talking about. All right. So I'm happy with that. That's looking really, really pretty. I know the blending brushes are the best, Cherie. I love them. I use them on so many things. All right. So now I'm going to put a thanks from this set. We've got from the same. So I'm only just using. Oh, actually, I'm going to do this too. Maybe I'll just do a little tiny pool party heart, or maybe maybe a summer splash heart. Let's do that. So let me grab a piece of that. And just going to cut a piece of summer splash, just quickly make a little heart. So this piece is going to go right about here. Such a pretty heart. Isn't that cute? Sorry, flower. What am I saying? Nobody knows tonight. You'll have to excuse me. I'm getting my words all messed up. All right, on a mini dimensional. And I'm going to pop that right. Actually, I'm going to do it on this side because I'm going to have my word on this side, so that'll balance it out a little bit. And then remember the sequins that we used on the last card. I'm going to use those again, but instead I'm going to use a white sequins. Do I want the big one or the small one? I think the small one. So these are the iridescent white that's in this sequin set. Well, that's pretty. Pretty. There we go. Okay. Happy with that. Now I'm going to get, I think, a piece of Summer Splash again. I'm going to make this piece here. This is going to be, and you could put it right in the center. I tend to like mine off to one side, especially if I've got another element on the side, then I'll kind of balance it out. But you could just put it in the center if you wanted to. Totally up to you. Do a sentiment you can give to my dad? Maybe. I was going to do a thank you, but I could do something else. Let's see. What else have we got in here? My heart loves your heart. My thoughts of you are all heart-shaped. That one there fits in the middle of here. Or we've got Just Because I Care. I mean, that's nice. I could do Just Because I Care. Let's do that. I'm going to cut this, and then I'm going to stamp that on there, and I'm going to emboss that because it will stand out nicely white on the Summer Splash. So very simple card, but the embossing fancies it up. we have a lot of fun in this group, that's for sure. I don't know who has the most fun, me or everybody else. I'm not sure. What do you guys think? Do you think I have the most fun? All right, so I'm going to use the Just Because I Care. I'm wondering, that's probably not the, is that a good sentiment for Dad, or I don't know. It doesn't feel like it's enough of a sentiment. I tell you what would be a good sentiment. In the Hearts of Elegance, we have, like, you know, sending lots of love, those kind of things. Love you. Those are really nice. But if I was going to do those are bigger than this, so I would put them directly on. But I'm just going to do this one because it fits nicely on this little banner. Well, I said I was going to try and keep it under an hour. It's an hour right this second. So I should do this. Try and put this on so I don't go crooked. You have to kind of get above it if you want to get something really straight. And let me pop this in here. We'll dump on some powder. Right, and then if there's any stray bits of powder, you just want to wipe those off. Not that there is very many because we use the embossing buddy. Okay, so I'm going to put that right there. I'm going to make sure my powder goes back into the, I've got to do it straight away. If I don't do this straight away, I forget about it, and then guess where the powder ends up? Everywhere. So I've got to make sure I put it back in while I think of it, and it's just done. And the other thing is to make sure you put the lid on, because I can just see crumpet jumping up here when I've got embossing powder and the lid off. Can you imagine? That would be a mess. Goodness me. Crumpet wouldn't care, but I would. All right, let's get this embossed. It won't take very long. Here it goes. You can see it better on the green. All right, so you can see that now. It looks rather nice on that, doesn't it? Just because I care. And I did this on the darker color because if I'd done it on the pool party, it would have been too light. Right, shall we center it, do you think? Or shall we have it to one side? What do you guys think? I think either looks fine. I personally think to the side, but what do you guys think? To one side, says Nairi. Side, says Sheila. Side it is, girls. We're doing the side. Side, side, side. Everyone's going side. Good. That works for everyone then. I'm making sure I put this on straight. And it's not. Now, if ever you want to get things straight, one great way to use either grid paper or a grid on a glass mat like this is to use your lines, put the edge of your paper on the line, and it just helps you get everything straight. That looks much better. All right. So I'm actually going to put this on a pool party base. I believe, will I go pool party or summer splash? I don't know. Summer splash would look good. But because it's darker, I would probably want to put a piece. Yeah, maybe we go with the summer splash. What do you guys think? It is very pretty, this color. I'll be sad when this color goes. Thankfully, it's got another year. Oh, that's the reminder to remind everyone. You're going to hear me say this a bunch of times over the next few weeks, to remind everyone to get your refills for the retiring ink colors. Does everyone understand what I'm talking about? So if you've got the ink pads, or if you were considering getting the ink pads, make sure you get the re-ink as well, so that you will have them for years to come. Okay, because when they retire them, you don't want then, you know, have a dry ink pad that you can't refill. So you want to make sure that you're All right, that's looking really good. I'm actually thinking that I will sponge around the edges. So I'm going to go in with my Summer Splash. And it's not going to be all that obvious because the same color is right next to it there, but you miss where the flower came from. It's from the same heart-shaped dies. So the dies that match this heart-shaped set that are part of the bundle, and it is a free bundle, so, you know, that makes it a really good deal. See, there's the little flower. There it is. Does that make sense? So you have the banner, the flower, the heart, and then you have some little leaves. And these here, that there cuts out those little flowers here. So super cute. Love them. Love, love, love. So I'm just going to go around and make this a softer edge. So it's not really going to, it's not going to be easy to see because it'll be against the Summer Splash, but it does soften the edge a little bit. So I'm just zipping around. Now I'm wondering if I should have maybe done some elements of text, the grungy stamps. I can't remember if I did that on the original, you know, like a few of these. That might have been really nice. Should have done that, and probably should have done it before I put the sentiment on as well. Oh well, it's okay. You can pretend. All right, so let me pop that there. You think it's lovely as it is? Okay, that's all good then. Yeah, the color works really well for the card, doesn't it? I mean, originally I did it in pinks, and I did post that card on my Instagram and Facebook last week. It was I did it for Valentine's Day, so I had it up on Valentine's Day. But it looks nice in these colors too. So there we go. Well, I'm going to come back to me. Well, first of all, before we do that, which card did you like the best tonight? Did we like this one, or did we like the other card that I've now lost and can't find? What did I do with it? Seriously. I've obviously put it to one side. Did anyone see where? Oh, here it is. Here it is. Found it. It's underneath the stamp set. There we go. Which card do we like best tonight? And I wanted to use this set before these things retire next week. So it's just so pretty. Definitely one to have. You like both? Denise likes the heart. Maureen likes the heart. Moira likes the heart. And Nari's leaning towards the heart. Looks like the heart's the favorite tonight. It's the star of the show. All right, I'm putting all these pieces back in so I don't lose my dies, because there's nothing worse. And I have a die that's missing at the moment. Shirley, you'd be horrified. You know which set it's out of. I can't find it. And I'm hoping when I do a big tidy up that it's going to show up. Right? The heart is your favorite. Now, Love and Pieces, do we call you that, or do we call you by another name? Jody would say bling, bling, bling. We do, but we have already got bling in the heart, but I could absolutely add some more. So I use the little bling. So let me see. If I put maybe, I'm wondering where to put that. Maybe I put one. I mean, another thing I could do, you know what I could do? I could put one on either side of the banner. That might look really nice, actually. Let me just see if I've got any more of the white ones. Might just have to use a big one. Oh, no, there's a couple of small ones here. Here we go. Ta-da. One there. Oh, cat hair. Well, that's not good. There we go. Tell you what, cats and crafting, It's a good thing we love them, right? Because otherwise we wouldn't be very happy about all the cat hairs we have to fight with. But we love our pussycats. All right, there we go. I'm adding it down here. That be all right? You could get your marker and splatter. You absolutely could. And I'm deciding whether I wanted any splatter on this one as well. If I did do splatter, I would probably do it with the pool party, because I think too much splatter on here would be overwhelming, and we want it to be kind of pretty and light. So there we go. All right, you guys, let me switch back to me. Trying to remember what it is I have to tell you. Okay, I do have a couple of things important to tell you. First of all, we've got Craftalong coming up on Thursday. Now, if I hate saying this, but if anything changes this week with Dad and I have to go up there again, or something else happens, and I have to postpone, I will let you guys know straight away. But right now, it's scheduled, and I'm planning on doing it Thursday at 2 p.m. Okay, so if anything changes, I'll let you know straight away. Also, what else do we have? The last day of celebration is Friday. If you're interested in the joining special, you can get a lot extra in your kit right now for the same price. So it's $169 to join. But the best part is, after you have joined, you get a discount on all your orders. And that's ongoing. So if you're someone with a big wish list and you'd like to chip away at it and get a discount in the process, then this is something that might be of interest to you. And all you've got to do is reach out to me. My details are in the description below the YouTube video. So just click the More button underneath and you'll see all the other information there. Yes, absolutely, Leslie, absolutely. That's right. So yes, my plan is to be here unless something changes. And if something changes, I will let you know. What else is coming up? Wednesday week, we have a scrapbooking spotlight video with doing another kit of the month. The kit this month is the Meant to Be kit, and that's the one that I'll be playing with on that first, I think it's the 5th, isn't it? Does it sound right? Sounds the 5th. Let me double check the date of March. Correct. At 12 noon. Okay, the scrapbooking videos are earlier, and so I'll have some new stuff to show you that day, which will be fun. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Really, really appreciate that. Yep, we'll be fine. It's gonna be fine. But I've got lots of other fun things coming up and coming out. We have new exclusive online products coming out on the 4th of March, which is Tuesday the 4th. So there's lots to look forward to. I hope that I can show you lots of things. I bought quite a few of those things and I'm excited to show them to you. So, all right. We will see. Thank you so much. Thanks for all your wishes. I'm very, very grateful. And thank you for sharing Friday night with me. It's always fun. Thanks, guys. Be safe. Be well. See you soon. Bye.